Hello, this is Ralph with another PLS Tuesday training, and a question came up about solo ads, using, paid solo ads to drive traffic to your link. And last week we talked about marketing strategy, and using solo ads is definitely a marketing strategy that you can use. And if it's done consistently, it can get you results. It's not always going to get you results, but it can get you some results. And back a few months ago, I was using Udimi, and I couldn't really afford to do a lot of paid advertising or solos, and I was trying a variety of different techniques. And Udemy was one. And I went ahead and bought from a variety of sellers. Viral Success Network was one that I used a few months back. I've recently looked back in on them, and they're no longer doing business. I don't know if they're on vacation or whatnot. Dana Solo was another seller, came highly recommended, that no longer seems to be selling here on this network. Perhaps again taking some time off. I really don't know, but yeah, it's looks like all my favorite sellers are on hiatus, except for one that I wasn't really too hot on, but I may end up going back to him anyway. But you can find good sellers on Udemy. You just have to kind of look out and check them out carefully, and then go with the sellers that fit your budget, and go with the sellers that have high ratings, and sellers whose customers are reporting decent sales. And back a few months ago, when I was using the solo ad marketing strategy, I was doing it under the old affiliate, compensation plan that the Power Lead system had, and that was a plan where, for a while, every other sale that you made, the commission rolled up to your sponsor. And of course, a problem that I had with that is that here I was, money was tight, I was just getting started in the Power Lead system and just getting started in network marketing. And here I was spending, $40 to $60 a week for, solo ads, and I was making sales, but I wasn't earning the commission off of those sales. And so my attitude at that time was, why should I be spending my time spending money as well as my time so that my sponsor can be earning commissions that really should be going into my pocket, seeing as how I'm paying for the advertising and all that. And so I quit doing it. But now the Power Lead system compensation plan has changed. We no longer have that roll-up structure. The owners and leaders of the Power Lead system have come to recognize that if you're new in network marketing, and if you're new in the Power Lead system specifically, probably money is kind of tight. If you're a new network marketer, every commission matters. And so they've changed it to where you no longer see the commissions that you earn rolling up to your sponsor. So now, if you pay for 100 ads, 100 solo ads, and let's just say for the sake of example, two people click on that ad and they decide to opt in, and then they decide to go ahead and buy, then you get both of those commissions. And if you're spending like $60 for 100 clicks and you get two sales, then you're earning back about $40. So that almost pays for the advertising in and of itself. So that's not a bad deal. And if you get 3 gold members, like I had that at one time, using, I think, Viral Success Network, which is why I'm a little perturbed to see that they're no longer in business. Oh, no longer selling on Udemy at any rate. But yeah, got 3 gold members out of them and spent, well, I think that was about $58-60 on that solo ad campaign. And I got one commission, and then the other passed up, and then I got the other commission, so that wasn't too bad. But, over time, I just kind of no longer saw the value in doing the paid solo ads because of that pass-up structure. But now that's changed, and you keep all your commissions, so I think it might be worthwhile to give Udimi solo ads another shot. And one other thing that we should keep in mind too, when it comes to paid traffic and when it comes to buying solo ads, it's not just about the sales. And this is a blind spot that I had a few months back when I stopped doing the paid, solo ads. It's not just about the sales. The sales are good, and of course they are important. You need them to, bring in cash flow. But what you also get with solo ads, if you're using the Power Lead system or some other funnel system where people click on your link and then give you their name and their email address, the important thing to remember is that when you get people who opt in, they don't buy, but they opt in. They click on your link, they give you their name, they give you their email address. All that information gets stored in your Powered Lead System autoresponder. So just because they didn't buy from you the first time doesn't mean that they're never going to buy sometime in the future. Some people, it takes a while. Some people will click and buy immediately because they get excited, they see the value in the program, and they want in. Other people, it may take them 10 times, 12 times, 12 exposures to the ad before they'll finally break down and click and decide to give it a shot. And so just because people turn you down on the first ad campaign, it doesn't mean that they're never, ever, ever going to buy from you. If they opt in, and in all of these ad campaigns, solo ad campaigns that I did with Udimi, I got a fairly decent opt-in rate. I think, what was it, about 40%, 30 to 40% opt-in rate, which meant that I was building an email marketing list. All those names and email addresses were going to my autoresponder, and then I had the ability to communicate with these people either on a daily basis or a weekly basis or what have you. And if you know how to communicate with people effectively through email marketing strategies, then you can turn a person who said no to you in the past, but indicated that they had an interest in at-home business or network marketing businesses, then you can communicate with those people, and maybe 10 weeks down the line or 10 or 12 more exposures to your email marketing activities, they might decide, hey, this guy is worth a shot. I'm going to click on this link and take a chance and see if it works. And so when you're using paid solo ads like Udimi or a variety of other sellers and solo ad sellers that exist out there, it's not always about just making that sale right off the bat. It's great when that happens. And it's even better now when that happens because of the new commission structure, where if you make 3 sales, you keep the commission off of all 3 sales, and that can go right back into your advertising budget. But it's not just about making those sales right out of the gate. It's about getting the information, getting those names of people who are looking for, at-home online marketing, network marketing, business opportunities, and getting their email addresses, and then being able to communicate effectively with them. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to be spamming them your link each and every day until they buy. Some of the best network marketers that I've been learning from use those email addresses wisely. They use like about a 90% rule, where 90% of the time that they spend communicating with the people that give them their name and their email address, they send them some content of value, some marketing tips, some marketing strategies, maybe a free ebook or a link to a blog post that they did, something that the customer is likely to find value in, and true value. And then the other 10% of the time that they're mailing out information to the people on their email lists, that 10% of the time they're saying, hey, take a look at this. You may be interested in buying it. Check out the Power Lead system. Check out this, that, or the other thing. Whatever it is that you're trying to sell them, whatever it is that they've shown an interest in the past. Then 10% of the time, show them your link, send them your link. But the other 90% of the time, you want to be leading off with valuable content that people are going to have an interest in and see some value in, and be offering it to these people for free. And the people that operate using this strategy, two of them stand out in my mind, and they are Ray Higdon and Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he's got a lot of extremely valuable insights in business strategy and finance that he's accumulated since the 1970s. And I just get a bang being on his mailing list. And the other, Ray Higdon, he follows that rule too. And he'll send out trainings, he'll send out information, links to blog posts, videos that he's shot, and he's been in the network marketing space and doing it successfully now for quite a few years. And I look forward to receiving his emails. And both of those men, Ray Higdon and Robert Kiyosaki, I look forward to getting their emails because they are sharing valuable content with me. And then, as a side, they're also saying, you may want to look into this. I'm having a seminar. I'm inviting you to join my group. This, that, or the other thing. And I appreciate getting those offers to join, but I also very much appreciate getting the valuable content that they provide me. And Ray Higdon, I think I get emails from him about 5 days a week. Robert Kiyosaki, about the same. Used to be I was getting them every day. I don't know why, but that kind of cut back a little bit. But yeah, that's the difference between getting emails that you actually find value in and getting emails from people who are just spamming you their link. And the spamming you their link strategy, I really don't see any value in, because it's not building trust in the other individual. It's not building trust, in your customer. And these days, allowing people to get to know you and taking the time to get to know them and building trust is important in any kind of online marketing or network marketing, because people just don't buy from anybody. They'll buy from people that they feel that they know And definitely they will buy from people that they trust. And if that trust isn't there, I don't think you're going to be making too many sales. And that's the strength behind this strategy, email marketing strategy that's used by Ray Higdon and Robert Kiyosaki, among others, is that they don't just hit you up with their links and say buy, 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 buy. They're giving you valuable content that home business people need to know. And I've learned a lot just by reading those emails from Ray Higdon and Robert Kiyosaki. And I appreciate being on their mailing list. And when you can work a similar strategy, when you can build up your email marketing list and then get people to actually look forward to be receiving your emails because you're giving them valuable content and information that they look forward to receiving, then you're building up trust. Then you're building up a fan base, and in time you will be building up customers. People will start buying from you once they get to know you, once they get to trust you, and once they see that you have a service or product that they could benefit from. But it doesn't happen all in one fell swoop. It's nice when you buy a solo ad campaign and you pay for 100 clicks and you get 2 or 3 people that join your business. That is great. But it's also great when people opt in and send you their information, and then that information gets stored in your Power Lead system autoresponder, and then you can craft your own email marketing campaigns to get to know them, let them get to know you first, and then start sharing with them from your own experience information that you find of value. And hopefully they'll find that same information of value as well. So, as I said in the beginning, sales isn't everything, and that may seem to be somewhat counterintuitive, but building your email list is of vital importance. And once you get that email list built up sufficiently, and then once you get the level of trust between you and the people on your email list, you get that built up sufficiently, you're going to begin to see some results. But it just takes skill, it just takes time, and it takes consistency. And that's a very important thing to keep in mind. It's something that I forgot about a few months ago, and something that I'm beginning to work very seriously on right now at this point in time. So, with all that said, buying traffic and using paid solo ads can work. You need to make sure though that you have the budget for it. If you can't afford to be putting like $50 a month into your business, then you shouldn't really be looking at you should not be looking at paid advertising or paid solo ads. You should be working with the free traffic like social media and learning how to work social media and making YouTube videos and things like that. But if you can afford, $50 to $100, $300 a month, whatever, in paid advertising, then yeah, you can start getting responses with paid solo ads. And if you're just getting started, you can build up your mailing list fairly quickly, using solo ads. And of course, the thing to remember is find good sellers. And let's just take a look at how to do that here on Udimi. What I'm going to do here is just click on this tab here, Find Sellers, and that's going to take me to this page here, where we have some parameters that we can use to search out some fairly decent sellers. Now, first of all, we have a start time. You can see if who's available that can be sending out your solo ads within the next 24 hours. If you're not in a big hurry, then you can cut that back to 48 hours, 3 days, what have you. And then the minimum number of visitors. I found that this link doesn't always work very well on Udemy. I wanted to start out with 50 visitors, and then I found out that that was giving me the name of this person here, Shandi Nagaraj. I'm probably butchering that name, but this person is online now. But I went ahead and clicked and found out that they had a 100 order minimum, and I was more interested in learning about the 50 order minimum. But yeah, that's not a big deal with me. That's not a deal breaker anyway. And then you can see about, where their main traffic source is coming from. Do you want it to be from all countries? Do you want it to be from the top tier countries like United States, Canada, United Kingdom? Or do you want specifically just from the United States? If you want to be dealing with only people from the United States, you can click that option. And that kind of narrows it down to a few people. And what else here? Verified ratings. Now this is of vital importance because we got a lot of people trying to sell solo ads on Udemy. But not all of them are good. Not all of them have been field tested. You got a lot of people here who are just starting out, and you really don't know if they're good or bad or whatever because they just don't have a track record. Preferably, you want to be dealing with people who have a track record. So here, verified ratings, you can opt to be seeing people with 10 or more. You can opt to be seeing people with 25 or more. You can opt out, to be seeing higher than that. So, yeah, look at the verified ratings. See who is left here that has some pretty good ratings. And then, if you want to be looking for solo ad providers that have whose customers have reported getting sales with their ads, then this is of vital importance right here. Here you have the option of clicking either, up to 20% or greater, 10% or greater, 30% or greater. And if you look at, like, say, 10%, then, of course, that changes things. But if you want to look for the really top ones, people who are reporting like 30%, let's take a look at that. See, that really narrows it down. We went from, I forget what it was, but we're down to only 2 sellers right now. One which is online now, one that charges 48 cents per, solo ad. And this person has gotten 1,139 thumbs up and only 16 thumbs down. So this is a pretty good rated seller. It's a person that I have not used yet, but I will probably be very likely to use here at some time in the future. Now, Paul here is another. People are reporting 30% sales with him, which is a pretty darn good rate. Shandi here is reporting a 36% sales rate. Not a guarantee that you're going to be getting sales on your offer if you buy solo ads through these people, but it's a fairly good indication that their email lists are of pretty good quality, that they have a good talent for sending these ads out to the email addresses of people who are really interested in marketing opportunities. So, yeah, These are two people that we could work with. Let's just click on Shandi here and see how we would go about the process of buying a solo ads. Now here, this is what I talked about earlier. The Shandi came up when I was using a 50 visitor search, and then I found out that their minimum wasn't 50, it was 100. So that's a slight flaw in this system, but it's one I can work with. And then you can just use the base filter. Base filter is just, the average filter. And then if you want to weed out, a lot of the junk, if you want, to increase the odds that you're going to be getting high quality clicks and not clicks from like spam bots and things like that, you can go with the prime filter, and that raises the price a little bit. Let's see, without the prime filter, for 100 visitors, we're looking at $51, which is not too bad. Now, with the prime filter, that raises it up to $54. Now, if you want to be receiving clicks from people in only top-tier countries, like the United States, Canada, UK, then you click this also, and that's going to raise your price tag from $54 to $64. And then you can also do only mobile, target people who are only using mobile devices, or target no mobile, target people who do not use mobile devices, and people who are looking, just on their desktop computers. I don't see the value in that with what I do right now, so I'm just going to ignore that. But yeah, if you want to add in those extras, then you can be paying for 100 unique visitors being sent to your link, the price tag of $64. And then kind of see what your results are going to be. Now, people have reported good results with this seller. That is not a guarantee that you're going to be getting a good results, but it's a fairly good indication that this would be a decent person to take a chance with. And of course, their ratings look good. 1,139 people say that this is a very good seller. Only 16 people say don't buy. And then, of course, 36% of the people that have reported back also report receiving sales. So, not a bad deal. I would say that if I were in the market for buying solo ads today, I would definitely be checking out this person. So, yeah, there you have it. If you want to use solo ads, Udimi is one source that you can use. And of course, you don't have to be dealing with the parameters that I've set. You can set your sites lower, and you can be getting people that will be working for you a lot cheaper. Let's say, let's set the maximum price from 95 cents to 40 cents per click. And there we get some lowball figures. We got 3 people here. 8% sales with this person. A few good ratings. Here. 18% sales. Some good ratings here, and 27% sales. So it's all up to you. You can set your budget, and using Udimi, you can find sellers that work with your budget. But definitely consider seriously the number of positive ratings that they have, and then also look at the percentage of sales that their customers are reporting. And then, kind of make up your own mind. Is it worth your while, or should you set your sights a little higher and try to deal with people who have a lot more experience and are reporting a lot more sales? So, yeah, Udemy allows you to do that, and of course there are all kinds of other solo ad providers out there that you can deal with. Udemy is definitely not the only one, but I like it because it allows you a great deal of versatility. A lot of the solo ad providers that are recommended buy the Power Lead system, have like a $300 minimum, something like that, $200 to $300 minimum. And if you can afford to do that, if you can afford to spend like $300 a week or $300 a month on solo ads, then yeah, I think those would be good solo ad providers to work with. In the beginning, when I started out with solo ads, I could not afford to be spending, $300 buying solo ads, knowing that it may or may not work. And of course, at that time, too, I wasn't really focusing on building my email list either. I kind of, did that by accident, you might say. But yeah, if you don't have that kind of money to put into advertising your business, but you still want to be paying to advertise and to be buying solo ads, then Udemy is one affordable option that you can look into. Just be careful. Check out all the solo ad providers and find the solo ad providers that look good to you, and then decide whether or not you want to take a chance on them. With network marketing, there are no guarantees. In entrepreneurship, there are no guarantees. I know I've thrown out some prices. I've thrown out some potential earnings that are possible using this strategy, but that is no guarantee of actual success. Your results will vary depending on what kind of a link that you're using, what kind of a solo ad provider that you are using, and how well you follow up with your respondents. Once you start getting people opting in to your opportunity, and once you start building up your email marketing list. There's a lot of factors that are involved, and if you're interested in learning these factors and improving on a daily basis and just want to keep on going in network marketing, then for you, this might be a good option to take. If you're looking for instant success, instant results, if you're looking for a sure thing, then the only thing I can suggest is going out and getting a job at Walmart. Because there, if you get like 20 hours a week, at least you'll get paid for that. But there's a big, big, big difference between working for yourself, working at home, and being an entrepreneur, and working for somebody else. Working for somebody else, if you're getting the hours, you're going to be guaranteed a certain amount of pay, of course, after the government takes their cut. Working as an entrepreneur, there really is no guarantee. If you're doing it well and you're committed to success, I believe you will eventually succeed, but it takes time. It took me a few years of trying before I finally got to the point where I could be a stay-at-home, work-at-home entrepreneur. Mine is not an overnight success story, and yours probably will not be either. However, with that said, if you have an overnight success story you would like to share, send me your link because I would definitely be interested in seeing it. But that's all for now. This is Ralph signing out. And yeah, if you want to try to use the solo ad market, you can do that using Udimi or any of the providers that are recommended in the Power Lead system. And we'll get into more of that at a later date. But for now, this is Ralph signing out, wishing you success in your online marketing activities. Until we meet again, take care.